And the next Pearl Award goes to someone who started as a service technician more than 10 years ago. Let's take a look at his story.
So when we started all the training and all the uniforms and all the trucks, he was always on board saying, yeah, we can do that. And I remember he was the first one to come in a full uniform and the right colors and everything else. He just started helping develop the other techs, which is usually very difficult to get techs to share information with one another, and went out of his way to train people. We were in the middle of this horrible snowstorm, and he was out on call, and he called the customer to say he was coming, and he heard kids screaming in the background. And he said, since the weather's so bad, do you need for me to stop at the store and pick up milk or bread or something since I'm coming? I'm sure you don't want to go out in this weather. Well, you know, those are the kind of things that endear customers for eternities.
Joey, when he was standing there in his little blue booties and on this little mat he had put down in front of my door, see, the service started before he ever entered my house.
And then he started dealing with the diabetes. And we always knew that was going to be an issue. He was sick on and off, but still did everything he could to get here every day. He was the eternal optimist. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to get through this. I never will forget the day he came in with the first sunburn on his foot, and it didn't look good.
I actually sunburnt the top of my right foot in August of '08, lost my right leg in October of that year, and then January of 2010, I developed a wound on my left foot and lost that one. And then I have also had my right knee amputated. The knee got fixated. They put an external device on it, tried to straighten it. The bone got infected, and that's what caused me to lose my right knee.
Shortly after he had his first surgery, he came to the house, and not once did he mention his plight or complain, not once. He shared with me what had happened and about his recuperation and his future.
It's called necrotizing fasciitis. As far as I know, it's something I caught in the hospital. It's a flesh-eating bacteria. I've had 4 operations for that.
And they took a hunk out of him the size of a softball, all while this is going on. All while his parents are not well. It's Job. I'm telling you, it's Job.
A person like that, should just be down on everybody. But he always talked about his daughter, what his daughter did for him, and how his daughter cooked for him, and she cleaned the house. And as a single parent, I admire him.
We had a sister that had a heart transplant, and she went through 10 years of really torture. And she was an inspiration to all of us. She taught me patience. And he says, Deborah, you know, I look at her and I think about what things she did. I don't have it bad at all. And he draws the strength from her too.
It's just his attitude. He says, you know, you can either be happy, you know, with what you got, or you can be sad and depressed. And there's no real point in that.
What happens now is at 5 o'clock, we turn the phones over to Joey, and Joey answers the phone from time to time. So not only has he reconnected with a lot of the customers that call in, they say, oh yeah, it's Joey. But he's able to help the technicians in the field. It's, you know, if I'm on a call and I'm having a problem with X, and if something he knows about, in which he does know a lot, he'll talk them through it.
So I'm here today to congratulate Joey Link and thank you for representing us the way that you do.
Every day of my life I see someone that has it worse than I do, so I just don't see where, you know, pitying yourself is going to get you anywhere or do anything for you, so why do it? You know, if you're going to go on with your life, you might as well get busy living, you know. No matter what your disability or problems in life, if you just work through them, you know, things will be all right.
Please join me in welcoming Joey Link with Air Serv of Louisville, Kentucky. Congratulations again. Let's take a picture. Let's do a photo first, and then we'll give you a handheld mic, if that's okay. Got it? I can hold that for you.
Wow. Hello, everybody. I would like to express how much of an honor and pleasure it is for me to have been not only nominated, but selected to be a co-recipient of the Pearl Award. In my life, I've been blessed with many things. Unfortunately, public speaking isn't one of them. Some of the things I've been blessed with is a wonderful family, great friends, and a terrific employer, some of whom are here with us today. We all have challenges in our lives. How we meet these challenges, I believe, defines us as human beings. I decided to meet my challenges head on. In August of 2008, after 9 years in the field as a service tech, I developed a wound on my right leg. Right away, I began treatments in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, which is used to treat diabetic patients such as myself to try to save my foot. The chamber is pressurized at 2.5 times the normal atmospheric pressure of the real world and with 100% oxygen. I had treatments for months, 5 days a week for about 2.5 hours a day, where I usually fell asleep in. I remember joking with the nursing staff. I would say, "Isn't America great? It's the only place on the earth that you can come and sleep with a different woman every day and have insurance pay for it." But I lost that battle. In October, I was amputated below my right knee. 2 weeks to the day of my amputation, I returned to work out in the field, even though I had no prosthetic yet. My employer allowed me to return to work by hiring someone to drive me around and carry my tools. So on crutches, off I went, never looking back. My wound healed, I was fitted for a prosthetic, and I became certified to drive with my left foot. Life was good for a while. In March of 2009, I contracted a flesh-eating bacteria called necrotizing fasciitis. After 4 different life-saving surgeries, where it was necessary for the surgeon to remove muscle and other tissue from my neck, back, and shoulder that left me with mobility issues in my neck and back, I was still allowed to return to work by my employer, again with a driver and tool carrier. Fast forward to later in 2009, I developed a wound now on my left foot, back to sleeping with the nurses at the hyperbaric chamber. In January of 2010, my left leg was amputated, and in March of that year, I lost my right knee. After 3 amputations, a dozen or so angioplasties, 4 neck and shoulder surgeries, and approximately 150 hyperbaric chamber treatments, I still work for AirServe. I'm no longer in the field, but my employer has again allowed me to return to work as a dispatcher and technical trainer and advisor. I do not tell this story as a courageous person or someone seeking pity or even acknowledgement. I tell this story for a different reason. In case you haven't figured it out yet, this story's not about me. It's a story about someone I have made reference to today as my employer. He never cut me loose or set me adrift from the raft. He allowed me to keep my dignity and purpose in life while helping me along the way at every turn. This story is about my employer, my hero, my friend, Richard Cerisi. He helped save my life, and that I will never forget. Thank you, Richard, and thank you all for listening.
picture with everybody. Everybody would come over for a photo. Here, we'll put that in your lap. Come on over, everybody. Maybe we can get some more on this side.